Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with a quick review of the OBSBOT Me AI-powered auto-tracking gimbal for your smartphone that allows you to very quickly snap your smartphone into the holder, hit the power button, and it starts tracking you so that when you move around your desk, it keeps you centered in the frame. It's perfect for anybody working from home or if you're creating videos for your social media channels. It's a really easy device to use, and OBSBOT is a brilliant company that's built in a ton of artificial intelligence that keeps you in the center of the frame and provides a lot of other functionality. Now, I'll get into all those details in a minute, but I always like to start with a quick unboxing of any product I'm reviewing, just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and that way you'll understand exactly what you get if you decide this product's right for you. And then I'll take a look at the unit, I'll explain the features, because again, OBSBOT's a company that's built a lot of artificially intelligent gear. They've got webcams, they've got gimbals, they've got other products, and what their big claim to fame is, they're not using the camera in your phone. A lot of other gimbals out there require you to download an application on your phone, and then there's an interaction between the actual device and your phone. With this unit, everything is contained in the base. There's no application needed. It doesn't have to tether to your phone. There's no Bluetooth connections required. Everything required to face track you is built into the unit, and they're using some really advanced circuitry. There's neural networks in there. There's artificial intelligence in there. It's absolutely an incredible product. Plus, it's incredibly small, so you can take it with you anywhere. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do the unboxing. So when you first open up the box, you'll find this really nice carrying case, and everything you need is inside here. So let me open it up. I'll unzip it. It's got a real nice exterior. It's got some grip to it, and it's also waterproof. Inside the unit, you'll see there's a nice little spot for the OBSBOT Me. There's also a tripod in there, and there's also a charging cable. So let me pull the unit out, and it's incredibly small. The base of it right there, and then you can unfold it like this and stand it up. And you can move the gimbal clamp this way or that way, so you can put your phone in portrait or landscape mode, whatever you need. On the bottom, you've got a 1/4" 20. They include a desk tripod right here, which screws into the bottom of the unit. And that way you can stand it up on your desk and just use it the minute you power it up. So it's pretty nice that they give you everything you need. Also included is a charging cable. It's a USB-C to USB-C. You can plug this into any standard wall charger. It takes about 75 minutes to fully charge it unless you have a high power charger. The internal battery is 950 milliamps, which means you're going to get about an hour and 20, maybe an hour and 45 minutes use out of the unit. Now they say 2 hours in the manual. I've been testing this extensively. The longest I've used it for a conference call is about an hour and 40 minutes. So 2 hours is pretty much on the high end, but everybody out there talks about batteries that last longer than they actually do. So count on it a solid hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. Now again, the unit is incredibly easy to use, and there's 2 instruction manuals that come. There's a very detailed instruction manual here. There's a warranty card as well. But in this unit, they explain everything you could possibly need to know about charging the product, using the product. You can actually lock on your face by tapping the button on the front, or you can hold your hand up like this. It recognizes hand signals, which is pretty cool as well. All right, so I want to show you how the unit works, but before I do, it's important to note that on the front of the unit, you'll see a nice lens right there, and you're thinking, well, why do they have a camera lens on the bottom of the gimbal? I'm going to be using my phone to actually record the video. Well, that camera lens right there is the entry point into the artificial intelligence. So the unit, when you power it up, is looking for a face. It's looking for something to recognize. And when it locks on your face through that lensing, all the electronics inside now track you as if it's watching you like a robot. So when you move around, it's going to keep you dead center of that frame. And you can actually reacquire a target by tapping the button on the front of the unit. And there's an LED ring on the inside here that sort of indicates at what point you're at. So let me set this up and I'll show you how it works with the cell phone. Now, you can leave it on the desk like this, and you also have a lot of adjustment up and down here. You can track from the front camera like that. If you hold the base, you can spin this around and track from the back camera. It's up to you how you want to set it up, but you want to make sure that this lens right here is facing you when you first turn it on. So what I like to do is line up the power button and the lens like that and face both of those my direction. And then I'm going to use this in landscape mode right here. But before I do, I want to raise it a little bit because I like having it sort of at eye level. And I'm using a short extension right here between the actual gimbal assembly and the tripod. So again, 1/4" 20, you can use all of your accessories with this. No issues whatsoever. Then I'll put the tripod on the bottom of it. You can also use a longer tripod if you want, totally up to you. You can clamp it to your desk. There's a lot of ways you can mount this, but let me find the power button here. There we are. And let me find the camera. There we go. Now to check the power level of this, you tap the button once, and you'll see that green light come on in the front, and that lets you know how much battery energy you've got left. Now to turn the unit on, you'll hold it in for 3 seconds, and you'll see the ring turn green. I'm sorry, turn blue. It's actually trying to acquire a target right now. and it found me. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. So let me turn it off real quick and I'll clamp my phone because I want to show you how to balance your phone. So if you're going to be in landscape mode, you can use the front cameras or the front cameras here or the back cameras. We all know the back cameras on your phone are much better, so I like using those. So let me insert this in the clamp. There we go. And then I'll open up my camera just so I can track it. Let me spin this around again like that. Whoops. Power button's on this side. Now I've got it tracking me, and you want to make sure you level the phone. This should be dead center like that, and I want to have it sort of facing me. And I guess that's looking at me right there. Let me push it back a little further. So now I'm kind of centered in the frame, kinda. Let me get that a little bit better. There we go. That's fine. All right, so now I'm going to turn it on. I'll tap the button. It takes a second for it to come on. And then once it's powered up, I didn't hold it long enough, 3 seconds. I should probably count. There we go. All right, so now it's powered up, and it's looking for a target. It's trying to acquire a target, and it didn't find it. Now, you see it's flashing blue. That means it didn't acquire a target, so let me point it towards me, and I'll actually tap the button. It's searching for a target again, and this time it's got me. And look what's happening. It's actually following me. Let me go way over here. Let me go way over here. It's following me. It's following me in this direction. So again, what you've got here is a beautiful gimbal that's going to track your movements around the desk. So imagine I'm on a conference call and I reach for my cup of coffee over here. I'm no longer out of the center of the frame. It can actually track me all the way. Now it does a 360 this direction, or almost a 360 this direction. It has no adjustment up and down, but that's important because if you're sitting at your desk, you don't want to have to worry about standing up and seeing the ceiling or looking down. Maybe you've got a conference call and you're wearing an old pair of jeans or something. You don't want people watching you. So you got a couple of choices there, but what I like so much about this one, and this is the big difference between this particular product and a lot of other stabilized gimbals on the market, is the fact that it doesn't require any application on your phone. You're basically turning the unit on, and through that lensing on the front, like I showed you a second ago, that lens right there, it's going to do all the tracking. There's no need to have an external application on your phone because most of the gimbals on the market require some interaction between the gimbal assembly itself and that application, and they're typically using the phone camera, which kind of limits, can you use the front camera, can you use the back camera? If the lens is dirty or you're too far away from it, it can't track you. What I love about this unit is that OBSBOT has built the actual tracking scheme into the unit itself. So the base has got the lens and all the brains inside there, the neural networks, all the technology and software that's required to keep you in the center of the frame no matter where you move in that environment. So wonderful little product. And the best part for me, outside of the fact that I don't need to download just another application, is that it folds up so small and it goes in this case. So when I'm doing a conference call, I break it out, set it up, and I'm ready to go in less than 30 seconds. If I'm out in the field and I want to put together a YouTube video and I'm out sitting at a picnic bench, I can set it up on the picnic bench and do my video on the phone and immediately post it to my social media network. So I think it's a great product, and I like this company an awful lot. I talked about them a couple times on the channel. They're actually a company that understands artificial intelligence, and they've built a wide range of different products that incorporate that level of AI, which I think is the future for most photo products. So anyway, that's all I really had for today. Again, it's the OBSBOT Me. I like it an awful lot. I've been using it for a couple of months, and it's been rock solid on all the conference calls I've been on. So I think you'll probably like it too. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, as always, stay nerdy.